Yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Moses Moody out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in at the center. Here's George. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Outside Curry. Let's go with a three. Oh, Kessler with the block. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Kessler. Jazz on D. And here's Green from the arc. And the Warriors miss again. On offense, here's Utah. And when we talk about players who impact winning, Draymond Green is high on that list, RJ.
And the amazing thing, his career scoring average is in the single digits. Draymond does it with his passing and directing the defense and gives his teams energy.
The three from Curry. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
And when Curry is shooting while in rhythm, he is lights out. Nothing you can do to stop him.
To the paint. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Here we go. Fires for 3. Pass to Curry. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 6. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first personal.
It's on Lauri Markkanen.
The game of Green, it's about testing the defense and finding their weak spots.
Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Kessler passes to George. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Here's the 3. Pajemski grabs the board. Golden State has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Outside Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
When Butler is cleared for takeoff, just get off the runway.
Sexton against Butler. Can they get it? And it's Sexton. That time on the assist by Markkanen.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Will Hardy gave me a few minutes to catch up with him, and we spoke about how he plans to deal with the three-point king, Stephen Curry. He said the biggest challenge, honestly, it's not the shooting, it's the playmaking. Steph is an incredible passer, so you can't double-team him. He'll find the open man. As always, it's not easy fixing Steph, right?
And Allie, thank you for that.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. And here's Curry for 3. Connects from downtown. Curry's got 6.
Even a half-court shot is a good shot for Curry. That's how good of a shooter he is.
On the wing, Sexton. Fires from deep. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound. The Warriors lead by 3. Launches a 3. Butler passes to Curry. Green with the ball. Here's Moody. It's guarded by Markkanen. And here's Green from the arc. The rebound by Markkanen. The Jazz have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Richard, it comes as no surprise that Golden State is routinely at the top of the league for made threes.
That's how this team has been constructed. They are custom built to rain threes on you, and we've seen it be very, very effective.
Pass to Moody from behind the arc. Buries it from 3.
Nice timing on the pass from Green, finding the open guy with ease.
And that one's good. Markkanen.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Moody with it. Here's Curry. And he drains the quick shot. Give him 8.
When Curry gets a look that's good, he is automatic. There is almost no stopping him.
The 3 from Sexton. And And the three-pointer goes.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
A nice shot by Butler.
How talented is Butler? I mean, just so adept at carving out some space inside and converting.
And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. He gets it in there. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
How do you stop Curry? Well, in a short answer, you can't.
23 seconds left in the first quarter. Sexton looking around. Off target from three-point range. Pass to Moody. Outside Curry. Jacks up a three. No good that time. And here's Collins for three. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
They've got Collier. He's out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
On the wing, Clarkson. Pass to Collier from outside the arc. They get it again. Puts up a 3. And Hendricks gets it to go.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Outside heel. This one for 3. And no good. Utah leading by 3. Clarkson for 3. He can't get that one to fall. The Warriors shooting 41% in this game. Hield has bounced around for a while now, but he's still a deadly shooter, Richard.
Hield is the definition of a shooter for hire. He's a mercenary. When he's on the floor, he's looking to pull up from deep. That's what he's paid to do. He's been an elite shooter his whole career.
The speed of Clarkson is a problem for defenses, especially when the floor is wide open.
And that one's good. Spencer.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Ryan, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Ryan?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie.
And what intensity from Clarkson on the drive, forcing the defense into making mistakes in fouling.
Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Jazz leading by 4. Pass to Collier. Back to Clarkson. Inside. Here's Filipowski. Here's Sensabaugh. And it's Jordan Clarkson with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Warriors trail by 4. Now Kuminga. Shots blocked. Hield against Clarkson. The 3 is up. Warriors with the rebound. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. It's stolen by Clarkson. Here's Sensabaugh, guarded by Payton. Sensabaugh, no good. The Warriors have gone 1 for 6 in the second quarter. Not great. Yes, it's good. For Utah, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship, Grant.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they have the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
Here's Spencer. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. On offense, here's Utah. They're on a 13-5 run. Fades back. Kuminga pulls it in. Warriors trail by 5. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Out to Hield. From downtown. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Guys like Buddy Hield, knockdown shooters, they are in high demand around the league.
And he's good on the second. Remember when people were questioning whether the Warriors were truly a dynasty, RJ?
I do, and that was erased for good with that championship run in 2022. I still think that is Steph's most important championship. That title cemented them as one of the all-time great teams of the last 50 years.
Hield for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Hield's got 5 points in the quarter.
Elite from three-point land. Buddy Hield, whenever he lets it fly, you think it's going in.
And Hendricks gets it to go.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pass to Spencer. The 3. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Clarkson up top. 7 points in the game. 15 seconds left in the first half. Here's Hendricks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
8 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Spencer. Got it off in time. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Utah finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. They've done. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter. And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Butler out there with Moody, and it's Green in at the center position, locking down the middle. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball.
It remains Utah ball.
Right side, Sexton kicks it out to Markkanen. Over Moody. Back to Collins. Pass to George. Now here's Collins. Just 5 on the clock. Takes it inside.
Capable of guarding any position on the floor, Green's energy on defense really makes an impact.
Green with a screen on George. And here's Curry for 3. Utah grabs the miss. It's George on the wing. Butler covering. George's shot is off. Warriors trail by 8. Curry passes to Green. 3-pointer. Another shot. Draymond. Oh, such a force inside.
Relentless. You will never outwork Draymond.
for three. George drills it from deep. George has got 7. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Curry from the arc. That won't go either for Curry.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Collins against Butler. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
The 3 ball is part of JC's game, but I like Collins the most inside.
And the second free throw is good. Warriors trail by 10. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And here's Curry for 3. That won't go either for Curry.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And how about Brandon Pajemski, Richard? When he's given the minutes, he can stuff the stat sheet.
Yeah, even when it comes to his rebounding, B.A., that's the result of great heart, great hustle, and great timing. His teammates feed off his energy.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. To the inside. Stolen by Collins. And he lobs it up to the rim. It's stolen by Curry. In transition, here come the Warriors. Moody from outside. Ooh, the smooth 3 from Moody.
Good ball pressure and fast plays like that will tighten this up quick.
Curry against George. Outside Sexton. Kicks it out to Markkanen. 6 on the shot clock. Over Moody. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Sexton. And the Jazz lead by 7. 4-3. Oh, Butler with the confidence from the perimeter.
Nice shot from Butler, making himself a threat from downtown.
Here's Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way.
The 3 from Curry. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Sexton. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. And now it's an 8-point Utah lead.
The nimbleness of Sexton on the drive makes him tough to stop. He can just squeeze right past you.
Green against Collins. Butler up top. Pass to Curry. Shoots over George. Collins with the rebound.
A rough game for him scoring the ball. Just can't seem to get it going.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Sexton misses.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
The 3 from Curry. That won't go either for Curry.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Looking to get it going. Utah grabs the miss. Filipowski's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Clarkson for 3. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Utah finishing the quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. Collier is out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Filipowski, and it's Sensabaugh in at the small forward position. That's the group for Utah right now. Clarkson outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And it's Clarkson missing. Warriors trail by 6. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Moody, good.
That's a fantastic decision by Curry. Defense too focused in on Steph.
Clarkson passes to Filipowski. Back to Clarkson. For 3. He drops it from range. And the Jazz lead by 6.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Yeah, offensively, Clarkson has been hot. And you know it's motivating everyone else on this team, too.
Curry passes to Moody. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 9 rebounds now. Outside Moody. 3-pointer. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Such a slept-on attribute of his. Draymond can handle the rock.
Pass to Collier. There's a screen. Takes a 3. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
And here's Butler outside. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Butler with a steal. They swipe it. Lets it fly. And there's Clarkson. That one's good. On the assist by Filipowski. Filipowski's got his 4th assist with that last one. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Jazz.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
They also excelled defensively tonight, particularly inside. Tons of shots sent back, which was a treat to watch.
Questionable shot selection in that three, not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
Pass to Collier. Clarkson with the ball. Here's Sensabaugh. Butler covering. Shot is up. Sensabaugh, no good.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Utah leading by 8. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Lets it go from deep. Pass to Collier. From deep 3-point land. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. Butler's got 4 rebounds now. Green, a screen. Left side Moody, back to Green. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
An experienced and confident player. How about Green being the one to bury the big-time shot?
Sexton's checked in for Utah. The Jazz have gone 4 for 10 in the 4th. To the right side, lets the 3 fly, drops in the 3.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
The 3 from Curry, and it's in. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
When it is crunch time and you've got Stephen Wardell Curry, the game plan is simple. Get him the ball.
Pass to Sexton. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Curry, no good.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Here's Sensabaugh. Outside Sexton. 5 to shoot. Launches it. The shot comes out. So we see Utah get the win here. This one with, all right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Rick.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
rebound. Could be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. DeAnthony Melton out there with Thomas. And it's Williams at the 3.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
The shot by Sexton, no good. Got a piece of it. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Melton with a screen on George. Pass to Melton. Williams with a clean look. Misses the 3. Here's the Jazz with the ball. To the wing right side. Kessler wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. Poke loose. George passes to Collins. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And you love how instant Collins' shot can be. Gets a pass and wastes no time in releasing it.
The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Harkinen can't get it to go.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
Williams for 3. Markkanen pulls it in. Utah's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. The Jazz again can't hit it. The Nets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Thomas sets a screen for Johnson. And there's the drive. Pass to Melton. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Here's George in the air, and it's good on the way.
You gotta like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Here's Johnson. Melton against Sexton. And a wide open look for Claxton. And stolen by Sexton. Outside Collins. And the rejection by Claxton. Thomas surveying the D. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebound.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
There's Thomas with the 3, and the Nets another 3.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
One of the most explosive young bigs we have. Collins quick off the floor and gets creative at the rim.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 6. A floater. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Utah trailing here. Outside, Sexton. Kicks it out to Markkanen. gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And early on, Marketing has demonstrated how efficient he is from that range. Have to run him off the line.
Outside Williams. Pass to Melton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The three. Kessler with the rebound.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Steps back. Sexton the pass to Kessler. Outside, George. Back to Collins. Nobody near George. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Sexton. From deep, George. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's John Collins making highlights for the... And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And from what we've seen from the Jazz so far, what's your take?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Martin. He's out there with D'Angelo Russell. Sharp out there with Trendon Watford. And it's Clowney in at the 4. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report. Here's Clowney. Back to Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Now, here's Clarkson. Over to the left wing. The Jazz with another miss. Russell looking around. Pass to Clowney. Knocks down the 3-ball. Clowney's got the lead up to 7 now for Brooklyn.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Sinks the 3-pointer. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Right. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
Jazz trail by 5. Here's Collier. Off target with his 3. The Nets have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Here's Clowney. The offensive rebound. Out to Russell. Martin for 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. Here's Sensabaugh. Here's Hendricks. Still yet to score. And stolen by Sharp. Here's Martin. And again, it's the Nets missing. Jazz have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Hendricks can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Jazz trail by 5. Cuts off the pass. Here's Russell. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Clarkson. Russell passes to Watford. Back to Russell. Pass to Clowney. Fires the 3. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
There's 53 seconds left now here in the second. They get a hand on it. Three-pointer. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Collier.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Russell inside. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
Filipowski. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year? 88% from the line.
Thomas outside. Drills the three-pointer. Thomas got 9 points.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Clarkson. And he converts the layup.
And you're not going to pass up that kind.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Nets lead by 5. From Delta Center. Back in a moment. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
In it forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. And it's Kessler in at the center position. And that's the group for Will Hardy as they begin the second half.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Jazz trail by 3. So Colin Sexton is 6'3". He has the frame of a point guard, clearly. But damn, his game is putting up points, and he can do it in a hurry.
Yeah, and Kevin, look, he's done it pretty efficiently in recent years. We have a lot of point guards in the league who are primarily scorers. And Sexton, though, you've also got to give him credit. He's made great strides as a playmaker.
He has indeed. Now Thomas, after Colin Sexton's three-pointer that didn't go. Markkanen inside the line. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Thomas. Thomas with another miss. Jazz have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Johnson. Outside Thomas. Back to Johnson. A 3 ball. It's hauled in by George.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And that one is good. Kessler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Fires from 14. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Well, look, adding unnecessary difficulty to a shot is something that drives coaches crazy. Stick to the basics whenever you can.
And so Collins nails both of them. Well, John Collins was a force in his first few years, Stan, but hasn't seemed to match that level of success since that time. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think there's a few reasons, Kevin. Number one, I just think it's a lot about opportunity. And he went from being the number 2 guy on a team to being the 3rd, 4th, even at times 5th guy on the floor. So he's not getting as much opportunity. He doesn't have as much opportunity to play some of his minutes as a center now. And that was always where he could get a quickness advantage. So even where he is now, though, this guy is a very good player and has gotten to the point he's underrated.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up.
Thomas kicks to Melton. Thomas against George. The kick out to Williams. Shot clock at 3.
2 minutes remaining.
Over Kessler. And the Nets miss again. Utah has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Outside Collins. On the wing, Markkanen. Going inside. And Markkanen with the slam.
And boy, it's tough. Defensively, you want to be up on Markkanen to contest the jumper, but he can also put it on the floor and blow by you.
Sexton with it. Now Thomas defending and finished off by Collins.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. So Utah ends up going with the new group. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And that one's good. Russell.
And give credit to Coach there for drawing that up. He positioned his guys for immediate success.
Pass to Filipowski. Clarkson with the ball. Over to the wing. There's the 3. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Russell. Sharp on the wing. Nets passing it around. Launches it. Traps in the tray. Sharp's got 5 now. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
You can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And the second free throw, good. Jazz have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. The Jazz with another miss. The Nets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. The three-pointer, no good. Out left to the wing. Pass to Clarkson. Launches a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. It could go. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Brooklyn ahead.
All right, fans.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. The Nets with the lead. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Thomas is out there with the Anthony Melton. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. Here's Markkinen, and the rejection by Claxton. It's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Sexton for three. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Thomas finds Johnson. Outside for Thomas. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Thomas got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And also the hustle showing through with all those steals, not giving much breathing room for the offense to operate. And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier. Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it, more than capable of scoring at all 3 levels. Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Sexton for 3. Another miss by Utah.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Brooklyn leading by 8. From the arc, and it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14. You know, Stan, it sometimes seems that coaches get themselves ejected on purpose to fire up their team. Am I on the right track there or not?
Well, Kevin, certainly it happens with some guys. There have certainly been guys, Jerry Sloan, Don Nelson, who would do some of that.
How about you? How about you?
Now, Kevin, you know me. All I always ever tried to do was help the referees because we all just want to get to the right call, and I could help them in that way.
You did all the time.
As much as I could, but they were not receptive.
Markkinen inside the line. Brooklyn with the rebound. Claxton's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Thomas, and Thomas with the stuff.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
You got to keep Markkinen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block and imposes his will.
The kick out to Williams. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Johnson, wide open, he fired. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Outside for Thomas. Lets it go from deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
A minute 50 left in the fourth. Basket counts. Thomas got 34.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Nets leading by 22. Up and in on the layup. Thomas got 36.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
The net shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now
for Brooklyn.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
Team foul.
1:09 left in the game. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Yeah, he's just not himself right now. He's getting decent opportunities like this one, but just failing to convert.
Outside for Thomas. Again, the Nets for two.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Thomas against Markkanen. Pass to Johnson. Kessler with the rebound.
That was a good look for the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's the Nets now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And here is Thomas. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which
Anthony Melton out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. And for the Warriors, Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Jimmy Butler out there with Green. And it's Moody in at the 3. What a rookie year for Brandon Pajemski. A seamless transition into the league.
They talk about a guy who could come in and contribute right away. I remember the stretch last year. He had 3 straight games with double-doubles without a turnover. Now that's some heady play for a rookie. Pajemski, he's got a great calmness and a great demeanor about him, but always willing to make the next play. I mean, he's like a magician how quickly he gets that shot off. Is it ever there?
Johnson a screen on Curry. Pass to Williams. And here's Claxton. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Thomas against Curry. Fires the 3. They get it back. Claxton passes to Johnson. 3-pointer, no good.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Cam Thomas. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
So it's the Warriors now. And here's Curry for 3. Williams grabs the board.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Melton.
Basketball.
The Warriors have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Green, the pass to Butler. Back to Moody. Now Butler. On the wing, Curry. There's the triple. That won't go either for Curry. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside. At Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
And that one drops.
Steph Curry has amazing confidence in his shooting ability, and why not?
Curry against Thomas. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Oh, what a fast break for the Warriors. The 3 from Curry. Curry with another miss. Nets trail by 4. Pass to Thomas. Shot from the top of the key. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Now here's Curry. Give him 8 points now.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And out of bounds, the Warriors will take it.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Here's Curry. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Moody misses. Nets trail by 4. And here's Thomas from the arc. Knocks down the long J. Thomas has got 5 points.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Back to Pajemski. Moody on the wing. The 3-ball. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Thomas for 3. Curry with some nice D. And for the Warriors, they're shooting an unremarkable 30% in the first. For Brooklyn, they've gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Here's Thomas. Cashes in the 12-footer. He has 7.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first. And here's Curry for three.
Solid defense. Johnson can derail an offense on the run.
Claxton, a screen on Green. Here's Thomas. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the night. And the first one at the line is good. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Watford comes in for Johnson. Wilson's checked in for Williams. And it's Johnson in for Melton. Now here's Curry. Give him 8. Pass to Butler. Back to Curry. Now here's Podziemski. Thomas defends. Outside Moody. 5 on the clock. Here's Podziemski. Drains the triple. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. 8 points in the quarter, showing how. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
I really like the attitude they've displayed here early on.
Yeah, I think they've controlled the momentum, and that is showing up.
Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Gary Payton II. Then it's Buddy Hield, and it's Post in at the center position. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
Here's Payton. Offline with a three. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Here's Payton. Hits the trifecta.
They keep capturing the lead and giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
The Nets have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Johnson's got his first 2 points of the night.
The defense better make sure they're sticking to all 4 other players, or else D'Angelo's going to find the open man. Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Outside Kuminga. Hield on the wing. Covered by Johnson. And again, no good by Golden State.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Outside Sharp. Brett, something we've all noticed lately. Is the small ball era starting to wind down?
Well, B.A., I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
And he's battling for... Oh, hey! How about that? That's impressive. Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
And that's going to be a travel.
Nets ball.
Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Outside Johnson. Here's Watford. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Warriors trail by 7. Healed from outside. And Watford pulls it down. The Nets have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Russell to pass to Watford. Fader on the way. Yep, count it.
The fadeaway with no one on him. Looking for style points to go along with the real ones.
Outside heel. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it. They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Pass to Kuminga. Here's Spencer, guarded by Russell. Here's Post. 6 to shoot. Oh, deflected. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
A defensive lapse. Can't give him that kind of position.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Johnson. And it's Gary Payton the second with a foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Russell deciding where to go with it. And it's off from three-point range. In transition, here come the Warriors. Got a piece of it. Pass to Post. From deep. And we've reached halftime in this one. That's out front, up by 10. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
The Nets, 28.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Kicking off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's 5. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with Anthony Melton. And it's Williams in at the 3. Stephen Curry is still playing, but the debates have already started about where he ranks among the all-time greats, Brent.
Well, BA, it's a matter of opinion, but if your opinion is that you shouldn't be up there, shame on you. At 6'2", this guy is pound for pound, maybe the best player that's ever suited up in this league.
Fires the 3. Pajemski grabs the board.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Curry's shot is off. Nets leading by 10. Thomas outside. Pass to Johnson. Back to Thomas. Fires for 3. The offensive rebound. It's on target from the high post. Thomas has got 14.
And he's going to nail these if you give him the space. That's just soft D.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Moody from outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Nets have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Lets it go from deep. And Thomas gets it to go on the assist by Claxton. 17 points in the game.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Thomas misses.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Here's Pajemski. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Well, because he's such a good scorer, people don't always talk about Jimmy Butler, the playmaker.
And here's Thomas from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. In transition, here come the Warriors. Oh, Butler getting aggressive.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Thomas misses. And it's Green with the ball for Golden State. Trailing by 8. Thomas passes to Melton. Pure from three-point range.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
You know, not too many teams have the stability and head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. There's been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's been a hit.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Good on the shot. Johnson's got his first points in this one.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
There's the three. Counted from distance. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
And the Warriors going with a whole new group out there. Post. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Here's Russell. The rebound by Post. Golden State has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. On target from range. Payton's got 6.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Here's Russell. Still no points.
Golden State foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Thomas outside. Fires the 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Brooklyn out in front by 19. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Moses Moody out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And here's Thomas from the arc. Rebounded by Butler. Butler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Claxton. Hey, expanding his range. And again, it's the Nets missing. Warriors trail by 19.
I see him.
Butler taking his time here. There's the triple. Offensive board. Now here's Moody on the wing. Curry launches a 3. Good D by Melton.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
And here's Curry for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. 22 was their biggest lead. From the arc. Melton misses. Golden State has gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. Butler with the bucket.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
It's stolen by Curry. Green, the pass to Curry. Curry draws the double. Let's go with a three. Nails it from three.
It's so fun to watch Steph Curry shoot a jump shot. It doesn't get any better than watching this guy pull the trigger.
Melton passes to Johnson. And down it goes. 2 points. Johnson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Nets leading by 19. Pass to Thomas. For three. Rebounded by Green. Green's got rebound number 8 now. And here's Curry for three. Curry with another miss.
Boy, I'd love to see him just get a smidge closer to the basket. Once he sees a few shots go in from there, that might open up everything from distance.
Cameron Thomas.
And for the Warriors, they're shooting 32% for this game. Not what they're hoping for. Kept alive. Outside Pajemski. The three. And again, no good by Golden State. For Brooklyn, they've gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in. Struggling this fourth quarter. Warriors trail by 21. Butler passes to Curry. The three is up. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 3 assists tonight.
This guy, Jimmy Butler, not showing that he's a ball stopper. Awareness, finds the open man.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Nets.
3 points.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
There's 1:12 left in the final quarter. And so it's Golden State with it. The three from Curry. Rebounded by Johnson.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
And the Warriors with possession. Moody from outside. No good.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Thomas against Curry. Thomas, that's good.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Melton. Defense is right there. And he's going for the oop here. 5 to shoot. Curry goes in. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one to walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the music. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking bad.
impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. Wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. Walker Kessler is out there with Filipowski. And it's Collier in at the point guard position.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
That's a 2 from Sexton. And Curry pulls it down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Shots good by Butler. Butler's got the first points up on the board here for the Warriors.
Well, you love any possession that ends in the paint, especially if the ball is in the hands of Jimmy Butler.
Sexton the pass to Filipowski. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Curry with the 3. Utah with the rebound. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Now Butler. After Lowry Markkanen misses from long range. A 3. And it's Stephen Curry with a 3.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
It's been a slow start here for Utah. It's a 5-point game. Sexton with it. Now Green defending. Here's Collier. And he banks in the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Sexton on the wing. From downtown, good on the 3-point shot.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He talked about the challenges that come with playing against Lauri Markkanen. Coach said you have to know where Lauri is at all times because he's so effective playing off the ball. He's a knockdown shooter and a smart cutter. And he moves extremely well for his size. This team's got a lot of respect for the mobile 7-footer. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Jazz have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And now Curry running the floor all by himself. Offensive rebound. Butler finds Podziemski. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
Now, Jimmy Butler is an unselfish teammate. This guy loves to get his teammates involved.
Doris, when you think of the Utah Jazz, where do they fit in a very competitive Western Conference?
Well, think about it, Kev. The Gobert and Mitchell era was successful, but they couldn't get to the ultimate prize. So then you trade those 2 players away, you get a load of picks. This is the direction you've chosen, but now it's going to take some time and some patience.
Utah with the ball after the miss from Stephen Curry. Markkanen dishes to Sexton. Nice ball movement by Utah. Kessler wide open. He fires. And Utah again with the bucket.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
Curry can't get it to go.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
The Warriors trail. Outside Butler. And that time, also a missed shot. For Utah, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Sexton the pass to Collier. Back to Sexton. That 3 off the mark. Warriors have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Here's Podziemski. He's guarded by Markkanen. Crafty move. Filipowski grabs the board. Utah has gone 2 of 5 from 3-point land here in the first quarter. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Kessler. Pachinski grabs the board. Butler on the way. Fires from deep. Buries the long-range jumper. Butler's got 7 points in the game.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Warriors ahead. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. We've got Keontae George. And it's Shibwe in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. No good from Payton.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there. What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Spencer's shot is off. Jazz leading by 4. Pass to Juzang. To the middle. Here's Sensabaugh. And stolen by Payton. And the dunk by Payton.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Hunter tries again. Pass to Juzang. Over to the left wing. Knocks it loose.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Any opportunity from 3 is what Buddy Hield is looking for. Great delivery there.
Great since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Pass to Kuminga. Back to Hield. From past the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Hield's got 6.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Fires the 3. Shibwe with the rebound. Shibwe's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Potter. Here's Sensabaugh. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill. Even in youth basketball, and I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's George. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. George has got the lead up to 4 now for Utah. Kuminga with a wide open look. Hits the 3-point bomb. Kuminga's got himself on the board with 3 there.
No defender within 5 feet of him, just inviting him to shoot the 3. That's a dangerous proposition.
Shot by Hield, nobody around. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Hield's got his 3rd basket of the night.
What a gifted shooter. Hield is especially dangerous from the corner.
It's taken away by Payton. To the inside. And Juzang pulls it down.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
With the drive. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 1. Inside. Here's the 3. Pass to Potter. Nice ball movement by Utah. Just 5 on the clock. Sends the ball. No good on the 3. Golden State's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter. 4 for 8. Back to Payton. Here's Spencer. Off target from outside. Utah has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Payton against George. Payton passes to Spencer.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. No good on that one.
At the line for the Warriors, Spencer.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Filipowski, and that one released in time, but no good. Buddy Hield has been leading the charge for the Golden State Warriors. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin,
thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One guy who's been getting it done is Buddy Hield.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Buddy Hield, Kuminga out there with Payton, and it's Post in at the 5. This one for 3. Spencer's shot is off. Utah leading. You know, when you talk about this Jazz team, Doris, you have to mention head coach Will Hardy.
You certainly do, Kevin, because remember, he came from the Boston Celtics organization. He also had a history in San Antonio. He is known as an excellent tactician. He does an incredible job of scouting. Utah always one of the best prepared teams in the league.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Sexton for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Sexton's got 8.
This guy has got a variety of scoring moves. Colin Sexton keeps the opposition guessing.
Back to Butler. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Utah leading by 5. With the crossover. He draws iron on the dunk. Warriors have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Curry wide open. Offensive rebound. And it's Podziemski in the corner. Butler on the way. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good, and now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A.
Well, nice job to capitalize right there in an instance where all you got to do is catch and shoot.
Pass to Pajemski. And again, unable to change momentum here. Sexton for three. The Warriors pull it in. Hey, DB, what do you make of Colin Sexton's nickname, Young Bull?
Kevin, I think it's a very apt moniker because this guy is relentless. He attacks you with his defense. He's going to come at you with a ton of youthful energy, and he will not back down.
Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's the screen. That's a 2 from Sexton. Butler with the steal. Down low. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Here's Collier. He has 5. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. On the wing, Markkanen.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Sexton. The layup missed. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. Butler finds Curry for the lead. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Curry. Butler's got 10 points in the game.
Wow, you don't see Jimmy Butler go to the three-point opportunity that often, but knocks down a big-time shot there.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Here's Pajemski, defended by Sexton. It's Curry outside. A rebound by the Jazz. Kessler's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. That's good by Filipowski. And now a 4-point Utah lead.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Pass to Collier. Jazz passing it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Pajemski's shot is good. Pajemski's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, they've had less success when they allow the defense to get set. That's why they want to keep pushing the pace.
Kessler with the bucket.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pass to Sexton. There's the triple. And Curry pulls it down.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Right side, Butler. Now Green. Takes a 3. No good on that one. At the end of the third, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely filling it up. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Taking a look at the Jazz, we've got Keontae George, and it's Potter in at the force line. Post misses the shot.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Golden State's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Sensabaugh for 3. It's rebounded by Payton. The Warriors trailing. Kuminga goes in. And Kuminga throws it down.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
And that one, good. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
But they've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end. How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Sexton on the wing, defended by Butler. Here's Collier. And the dunk to finish it off. Ah, beauty. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for points.
Jazz have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Chance good by Filipowski.
You know, you have to recognize the chance to push it, and they did. Great pass to get the ball behind the defense and an easy 2 points on the board.
And challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
Well, he knows how much was riding on that possession. You get the sense he relishes the chance.
Pass to Filipowski. Now, here's Sexton, defended by Moody. Filipowski passes to Sexton. There's the 3. The three-pointer is right on target. And the Jazz lead by 4.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Outside Butler.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside Curry. Butler sets a screen for Curry. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. To the left wing. It's stolen by Curry. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
The Jazz making a switch here. Kessler's checked in. They set the pick. Sexton the pass to Kessler. Fires the 3. And Sexton is good for 3.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give up. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Markkanen inside the line. It's stolen by Curry. Curry goes inside. It's good.
Boy, a monster bucket yet again from Steph Curry. Knew they had to get something from that possession, and you knew he'd deliver it.
Warriors trail by 5. Lets it go from deep. Butler kicks to Curry. Outside Butler. Podziemski with it. Running now by Sexton. 5 to shoot. Back to Podziemski. Moody finds Butler. Lets it go with the 3. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Pass to Collier. Outside, Sexton. Cranes the three-pointer. Now it's a 7-point Jazz lead.
And guys, for Colin Sexton, it's really about taking smart shots, because when he does, you can see he's got the ability to catch fire.
And so it's Utah with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know,
It's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
The starters for Utah. Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. Collins and Kessler there in the middle. And it's George in at the point guard position. Claxton finds Williams. Kessler with a rebound. Markkanen outside. This one for three. Brooklyn pulls it in. Russell with the ball. Pass to Thomas. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And here's Collins for three. And another miss by Utah. Right side Johnson. And Collins with the big block.
You can't sleep on Collins' long arms when he's defending you. He'll swat you down all day with that long reach.
And how about Nick Claxton? You'd be hard-pressed to find a more versatile defender.
He's come so far in that area since he came into the league. He's become an elite defender. There isn't a position on the floor he can't guard.
First team foul.
Thomas up top. Over Sexton.
And this is crucial to Sexton's overall development, encouraging watching him hustle on the defensive end.
Markkanen for three. He drains out one after two misses. Now 1 for 3.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Screen by Claxton. Puts it up from the high post. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. Utah has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Sexton, that's good.
I mean, Sexton can shoot from anywhere. Strong from beyond the arc.
Here's Russell, and it's blocked by Collins. Williams against Markkanen. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now. Williams from long range. Collins with the rebound. Utah's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. No good with the triple. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 3, and that one good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Markkanen. Pass to Sexton. Collins with a screen on Thomas. For 3, Sexton. The Jazz again can't hit.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Here's Russell. Utah with the rebound. Kessler's got a rebound, number 5 here tonight. Markkanen, the pass to George. Back to Markkanen. And here's George. Lets the 3 fly. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Collins. Tries again. Not going to go that time.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
And the Nets, one of a handful of franchises to have never won an NBA title, RJ.
I was fortunate to be on those Nets finals teams in 2002 and 2003. The combination of Durant, Harden, and Irving was supposed to end that drought and save this Nets franchise, but it was not to be.
Now here's Russell. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Thomas outside. A 17-foot shot on the way. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
54 seconds left now in the first quarter. The three from Sexton. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Thomas. He's got 5. Clock at 6. Williams from long range. Utah grabs the miss. Pass to Markkanen. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Brooklyn has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Thomas against Sexton. Johnson a screen on Sexton. Now here's Johnson. Over Collins.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the video is going to be sent to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus. It looked like he got it off in time.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nets out in front, up 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Nets, what do you think, guys?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. We've got Filipowski. Collier is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3. The 3 is up. Sharp grabs the miss. Brooklyn leading by 4. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said this team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you. Oh, got that one up quick.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
Takes the 3. Shot's good by Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Shoots. And it's Clarkson missing.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
First team foul.
Picked it. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. And he lays it in off the breakaway. Filipowski's gotten his first basket of the night. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen. Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Hits a 3-pointer. Watford's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Clarkson for 3. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
I like the readiness of Clarkson. Always prepared to hoist up a shot.
Johnson inside. He's covered by Clarkson. Back to Johnson. Watford outside. Launches it. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep. And so it's Utah with it. Trailing by 2. Clarkson with the ball, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Clarkson outside, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Nets have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Wilson, and slammed it home, and a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one's on Clarkson. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
With the floater, gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Clarkson for 3. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Watford with a screen. Melton passes to Watford. 4-3. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Brooklyn's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. 44 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Melton. The rebound by Filipowski.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Pass to Wilson. Melton outside. Watford outside. Fires from deep. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
And another one from distance. He's hot, and they keep feeding him.
Now Clarkson. From downtown. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
Boy, that was close. Got it in just in the nick of time.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the... And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. If you look at Trendon Watford, he's been playing really well.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at small forward. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. The Nets haven't been to the conference finals since 2003. Richard, can you name someone on that team?
There's a 22-year-old dude named, I think it was Richard Jefferson, but most people have never heard of him. But seriously, the Nets have had some great players over the last 20 years. They just haven't had that same team success. Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Pass to Thomas. That 3's off the mark.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
George for 3. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. The kick out to Williams. And here's Thomas from the arc. Utah with the rebound. The 3 from Sexton. Gets the 3 ball to go. Sexton's got 6.
You have to admire Sexton's confidence. Fantastic initiative and understanding when to shoot off the catch.
The 3 from Russell. Sexton grabs the board. Jazz trail by 9. Three-pointer. Brooklyn with the board. Claxton's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. Back to Russell. Stolen by Kessler. Sexton looking around. Nails the wide open jumper. Sexton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, moving the ball with a purpose. Lowry Markkanen. Nice pass.
And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assist. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
George for three. On target from range. He's got 6.
Good balance and shooting mechanics give George that NBA range.
Russell to pass to Thomas. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got 5 assists tonight.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Sexton. On the wing, Sexton. From outside the arc. Williams grabs the board. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for the Nets. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Thomas misses. Jazz trail by 7. In transition, here they come. For 3, Collins. Russell with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 4 of 9 from beyond the arc since the break. Thomas, that's good. 51 seconds left in the third quarter here. Markkanen for 3. That shot off the mark. Nets leading by 9. And here's Russell. No made baskets yet. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got his 6th rebound on the night. Markkanen from long range. Brooklyn with the board.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
Pass to Russell. From deep, Johnson. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Johnson's got 9 points now in the second half. Collins, a good look. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Here's Russell. The shot that time not on target. And so it's Cameron Johnson making things happen for Brooklyn. Hitting. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6th sense.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So the Jazz 5 right now. Collins and Kessler there in the middle. Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. And it's George in at the 1. Here's Sexton. Now here's George. Collins left side. Releases. And that one's on target from the wing. Nets leading by 10. Here's Watford. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. To the wing on the left. Wilson. And again, it's Brooklyn.
Just continuing to pile it on. Refusing to let up.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big.
Oh, got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Kessler. The Nets have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Melton passes to Johnson. Back to Melton. Puts up a three. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's George. Cash money from 16 feet away.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
Wilson, here he goes. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Kessler. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn.
Oh, they've done a lot of damage in transition. Every time they see a chance to push the tempo, they're gone.
Well, another area they've been productive is off of turnovers, scoring many times after forcing the ball out of their opponent's hands.
The three from Sexton. Wilson grabs the board.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Jazz trail by 14. For three, Sexton. And another miss by Utah.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get to 20 rebounds without having a special talent for grabbing misses.
The three sinks it from distance. Wilson's got 7 points for the quarter.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
Brooklyn leading by 17. Utah grabs the miss. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Kicks it out to Markkanen. Takes a three. The rebound by Melton. Brooklyn has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Pass to Wilson. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by the Jazz. Collins has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Sexton misses.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Beyond the arc. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Jazz trail by 17.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Nets.
Tonight, they got everybody in on the scoring. Had nice passing, which led to good looks.
Just solid play by these guys.
Melton on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Sharp. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Markkanen finds Collins to end the drought. Good D by Watford. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend. Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Melton. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. In transition, here come the Jazz. It's intercepted. So it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to
matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Butler, and it's Moody in at the 3. And Curry's got the ball here for the Warriors. Here's the 3. And it's Thomas with the rebound. Here's Brooklyn. Floats one. Russell, that's good.
D'Angelo Russell, just so dangerous with options in the fast break.
And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Warriors able to keep possession.
Oh, they're lucky that pass was just tipped and not taken. Could have been worse.
Here's Butler. Rebounded by Johnson.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Here's Russell. No good on the shot. Green with the defensive effort. One thing this Golden State team does very well is control the offensive glass, Brent.
Well, there's been a lot of talk analytically, BA, about how advantageous it is to come in and swoop through to grab offensive rebounds. Golden State has bought into that philosophy. They also have guys who take a lot of long shots, so that's long rebounds with a better chance of gaining an extra possession. So some smart analytical play here from Golden State in the past couple seasons.
Green. Here's Podziemski. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes.
Well, heady plays like that are what Jimmy Butler is all about. He knows where the defense is.
The 3 from Russell. Warriors with the rebound. It's Podziemski on the wing. Thomas defends to the middle. The kick out, Curry. And the layup is good off the glass.
Curry's so good at working the angles inside, just adapting to the situation.
Russell to pass to Thomas. Goes up on the wing. He can't hit that time.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Russell, that's good.
Well, that's just a tough shot anytime you decide to shoot the floater. But D'Angelo measuring that one off nicely.
Here's Moody. Claxton with a rebound. The Nets have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's Thomas. Releases from the wing and drills it. Thomas has got 5 now.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you. Hits the trifecta. He's got 10.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside Podziemski. Pass to Butler. To halt the run, and it's Butler with the jam.
Jimmy's such a well-conditioned athlete, using that vertical he has to get up and throw it down.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Guys, thanks. Well, Jimmy Butler is in the 5th stop of his NBA career. He'd been in a standoff with the Heat. As they hesitated to extend him at the number he desired, he knew there's going to be someone willing to pay up. And guys, I'm very interested to see how Butler fits in his new opportunity.
Yeah, we'll continue to track that story. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Butler's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And that's how you share the ball. They got what they wanted, and Butler put the finishing touches on it.
Here's Thomas. They get it back. Cuts off the pass. Tipped. Stolen by Russell. Williams finds Thomas. There's the screen by Johnson. Pulls it from the top of the key. Thomas, that's good.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Butler can't get it to go. Brooklyn leading by 5. Russell to pass to Thomas. 16 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Baseline jumper right on the money. Thomas has got 16 points now.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
The kick out, Curry. Three-pointer. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Brooklyn closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. A big difference in And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nets.
Well, they found their offensive openings in the mid-range, and they continue to find ways to open up those jump shot opportunities.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break, that'll add to your total in a hurry.
We've got DeAnthony Melton. Trendon Watford is out there with Sharp. Then there's Johnson, and it's Wilson in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. On the take, Watford outside. Just 5 on the clock. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Sharp, no good. Warriors trail by 4. Hield from outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
Still the strongest part of Buddy Hield's game. He is a lethal shooter. What a perfect stroke that was.
Watford the pass to Johnson. From deep, Melton drains the triple. Melton's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Down low. Back to Hield. From behind the arc. Sharp grabs the miss. Nets leading by 4. Launches it. The shot comes out. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. He is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on him.
Outside Kuminga. Kuminga with a screen on Melton. Spencer, no good. Brooklyn has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Punching it inside, attacking the heart of that defense. I love it.
The 3 is up. Sharp grabs the miss. Brooklyn has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Melton. Warriors with the rebound. Right side, Payton. Pass to post. Here's Spencer, covered by Johnson. There's the screen. Let's go with a 3, and that one's good. Spencer's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Johnson, driving to the basket. An easy 2 on the layup. And the Nets lead by 6.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Here's Spencer. Out to Hield. Takes a 3. Sharp grabs the miss. Sharp's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Johnson. Yep, that one goes. Johnson's got 6. Warriors trail by 8. And there's a whistle. That goes on DeAnthony Melton. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's post. Brent, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in the real game.
Johnson with a bucket. Give him 8.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
It's a one-on-one situation. Here's post. And the Warriors miss again. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Johnson passes to Melton. Jacks up a 3. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
You give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Nets leading by 13. With the teardrop. And the layup is good by Johnson. Johnson's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And there it is for him.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Brooklyn has gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line in this one. Watford with a screen. Johnson finds Melton. Back to Johnson. With 1 on the clock. And that's not going to go. And we finished off one half of play. Brooklyn out in front. They lead by 13. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
So on the floor for Golden State, Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Moses Moody out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Williams passes to Thomas. Clock at 6. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Brent, you could hit the 3 back in your day, and no doubt, Stephen Curry is the best three-point shooter in league history. What makes him so good from deep?
To me, BA, it comes down to the way that Steph goes about his habits in practice. If you ever watch footage of him in pregame warm-ups or in the offseason, there is so much variability in what he does in terms of preparing his feet and hands to shoot the basketball. There's no one that practices the way that Steph does. There's no one that produces the way that he does either.
Good chance here for Thomas, and the Nets tack on 2 more.
He's their go-to. They keep calling his number, and he delivers.
Warriors trail by 11. And here's Butler outside. They grab their own miss. Moody gets one inside.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
He shoots it. Thomas misses. Golden State has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Thomas misses. The Warriors have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Outside Moody. Here's Butler. Rebounded by the Nets.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best. When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is.
Screen by Claxton. Here's Thomas. Goes back up. The rebound by Moody. Moody's got 4 rebounds now. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajimski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Green, the pass to Curry. From deep. Williams grabs the board. Brooklyn leading by 10. The 3 from Russell. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Curry. 4-3. The rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Fades. Williams misses. Warriors trail by 10. Butler with the ball. Russell covering. And here's Curry for 3. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Johnson finds Thomas. Rebounded by Green. Green's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And again, no good by Golden State. Brooklyn has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Outside Johnson. Pass to Russell for 3. The Warriors pull it in. Plenty of space. Nice jump shot. Pajimski's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, very clever from Curry. They're attracting the defense and then just giving it away.
Russell, that's good.
Wow, he put a little extra on that one, didn't he?
Warriors trail by 10. Green with a screen on Williams. Moody misses. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third quarter. And here's Russell. He has 6. The kick out to Williams. Puts up a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. And the Nets lead by 13.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing is part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And here's Butler outside.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And the Warriors pushing it up now. Curry's shot is off. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Thomas outside. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Thomas has got 11 points here in the second half.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Oh, Curry, a sick triple.
Well, the moment that ball went through on the other end, you could see Steph wanting the ball back, and of course he did it. That's the answer.
Thomas misses.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Outside Butler, the 3 is up. And it's Thomas with the rebound. Nets leading by 15. Pass to Claxton. Fades away. Thomas against Green. Thomas misses.
Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Brooklyn has gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that openness.
Here's Pajimski. Connects from downtown.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Sinks the tray.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Well, he's doing everything he can to make them competitive. And by everything, I mean draining threes. Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
And here's Butler outside. Brooklyn pulls it in. They led by as many as 18. Outside Johnson. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got his 4th assist in this one.
That's what makes Johnson so difficult to guard. He's got that quick trigger.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow. They haven't relied on him as much as usual, but when his number has been called, he shot well enough to help them earn the lead.
And Russell's got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. They lead by 11. Thomas misses.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
The 3 from Curry. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And here's Thomas from the arc. Pajemski grabs the board.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots. All those weapons, and Draymond Green ends up being the guy hurting you. What a huge shot.
And Claxton gets the bucket.
That's nice vision there. See that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Curry passes to Green. Lets the 3 fly. Curry's shot is off. Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Williams a screen on Curry. Russell from outside. That one doesn't drop. He's 4 for 10 from the field now.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss? You know he's going to have the ball, and then you feel he's going to come through. He did it there.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
On the wing, Curry. Moody with it, and it's Thomas picking him up. Misses the 3. From outside the arc. Buries it from 3. This one belongs to Brooklyn. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.